Hello, this is R. Radha Krishna, lecturer in botany from SKNR Government Degree College. According to CCE, COVID-19 video lessons preparation. Today we are going to take a video lesson on food chain, food web and ecological pyramids. So these are included in the chapter ecology and ecosystem. We can come across about the food chain, food web and ecological pyramids. First of all, about the food chains. See here, what is food chain? Flow of energy in an ecosystem is one-way process. The sequence of organism through which the energy flows is known as food chain. See here, ecosystem means it includes biotic and abiotic components. Biotic components are plants, animals and microbes. Abiotic components are water, sunlight and other gases, oxygen, carbon dioxide, like that, abiotic components. There is a interaction between biotic and abiotic components is going on. It's called the ecosystem. It is the unit of ecology, and here the energy flow of energy is in a one-way process from unidirection, or it is a unidirection. So here the sequence of organisms through which the energy flows is known as a food chain. What is the definition of food chain here? Sequence of the organisms from which organisms the energy may flow is called the food chain. See here, one of the food chain, the ultimate source of energy is the sun. All of you know that this sun energy or some solar energy may be trapped by the plants, which are the producers, which may take photosynthesis, trap the energy and make photosynthesis. By that they are autotrophs, and they are called as the autotrophs or producers, otherwise called as producers, or otherwise called as the transducers. And these plants, the leaves and all those are eaten by the grasshoppers and all other insects. These are eaten by the frog and like that, and these are also eaten by the eagle and some others. Like that, one form of energy is transformed from one organism to another organism in the food chain. It is the unidirectional energy flow is going on like this. It is called the food chain. Here that sun, that plant and grasshopper and frog and eagle, these are the included under the food chain. Important facts. In a food chain, each organism obtains energy from the one at the level below. Energy is transformed from one organism to another organism of that below rank. Plants are called producers because they create their own food through photosynthesis. That's why plants are having green in color, chlorophyll is present, photosynthesis is going on. That's why they are called autotrophs and synthesize food material. They are otherwise called transducers. And animals are otherwise called as consumers here, because they cannot create their own food. They must eat plants or other animals to get the energy that they need. So Animals are otherwise consumers because they are the heterotrophs, so they cannot prepare synthesize the food material, and they depends on plants and for their food, and other animals also they can depend. That's why here they are called consumers. Trophic levels in a food chain. First of all, below that is the producers is present at the base of the trophic level, and then consumers are present at the middle, and at the below decomposers are present. Here the producers, here the consumers, at the topmost is that decomposers are going on like that. Uh, okay, in the consumers there are primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, and quaternary consumers are present. What are those means? Primary consumers are herbivores. They are the vegetarians. Depends only on the plants, and these are called the primary consumers. Herbivores are called primary consumers, and secondary consumers. These are the primary carnivores. These are these primary carnivores, which depends on plants, and not only plants, and but also depends on these herbivores also. These are called the secondary consumers, and third one is that is called as the secondary carnivores. They are called as the secondary carnivores. So, like that, consumers are divided by herbivores, primary consumers, and secondary consumers, or otherwise primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. So, base of that with producers. So, what about the decomposers? Decomposers are the microbes, certain fungi and bacteria like organisms. They may decompose the dead and decaying organic matter into simpler substances. So, like that, each trophic level is filled with some of the organisms. The base they are producers, and but the consumers they are primary, secondary, and tertiary, quaternary consumers, and about the decomposers. This is the trophic levels in a food chain. See here like this. Types of food chain. One, grazing food chain. Grazing food chain. So the consumers utilizing plants as their food constitute grazing food chain. The consumers utilizing plants as their food constitute grazing food chain. Okay, this food chain begins from green plants, and the primary consumer is herbivore. Most of the ecosystem in nature follows this type of food chain. This is called grazing food chain. With plants, suppose here take grass is there. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper is eaten by birds. Birds are eaten by falcon. This type of is called as the grazing food chain. So consumer utilizing the plants as their food constitute a grazing food chain. Okay. Here the primary consumers are herbivores. See the grazing food chain here. First of all, flower is like this. Producers are there. These are eaten by caterpillar. These are is a consumer. This caterpillar like one are frogs. This is the another consumer, and these frogs are eaten by the snakes. It is then another consumer, and these snakes are eaten by the wolves. It's another consumer. See very clearly the grazing food chain is going on, starting with plants is called grazing food chain. The second type of food chain is that detritus food chain. What is detritus food chain here? So this type of food chain starts from dead organic matter of decaying animals and plant bodies to the microorganisms, and then to detritus feeding organism, and to other predators. Detritus food chain is starts with dead and decaying organic matter of decaying animals and microorganisms are placed here. First of all, it is called detritus food chain. The food chain depends mainly on the influx of organic matter produced in another system. The organism of the food chain includes algae, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, insects, nematodes. So here that different algae, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, insects and nematodes are started with microbes. This is called detritus food chain. See the diagram here, detritus food chain. Here the decaying organic matter, bacteria, it's a millivore, detrivore, inorganic nutrients, aerobic respiration is going on like this. So here that they come like this. Okay, dead and decaying organic matter is bacteria prepared by millipede and retrivore inorganic nutrients, and some of them aerobic respiration is going on like this. Significance of food chain. The knowledge of food chain helps in understanding the feeding relationship as well as the interaction between organism and ecosystem. It also helps in understanding the mechanism of energy flow and circulation of matter in ecosystem. It also helps in to understand the movement of toxic substance and the problem associated with the biological magnification of in the ecosystem. So, the food chain helps in the interaction between the organisms and ecosystem. That means it is the interaction between the living and non-living components of abiotic and biotic components is explained by this food chains. Okay. అట్లాగే energy flow is also explained by this food chains. So this is the food web. So about the food web, what is food web? We have to take about these things. See here definition of the food web. Food web can be defined as a network of food chains which are interconnected at various trophic levels so as to form a number of feeding connections amongst different organisms of a biotic community. It is also known as consumer resource system. See the one of the food chain here. Food web, different food chains are going on like this. So it is the food chain. Here the plant is to rat, rat to snake, and one more is a plant to rabbit, rabbit to eagle, or it's like that. One more food chain is plant, rabbit, eagle, eagle to snake, like this. So there are many food chains are interconnected to form a web-like structure. It's called a food web. Important facts. A node represents an individual species or a group of related species of different stages of a single species is called node. A link connects two nodes. Arrow represents links and always go from prey to predator here. The lowest trophic levels are called basal species. The highest trophic levels are called top predators. Movement of nutrients is cyclic, but of energy is unidirectional and non-cyclic. It's you have to remember that one. Movement of nutrients is cyclic. Recycling is going on, but energy flow is unidirectional, but not non-cyclic. Non-cyclic these. Types of food web representation. There are topological webs, flow webs, interaction web. What about topological web? These food webs simply indicate a feeding relationship. Flow web. Bioenergetic webs or flow webs include information on the strength of the feeding interaction. In interaction, the arrows show how one group influences another. Different food webs: soil food web, aquatic food web in forest, food web of grassland, food web in terrestrial and aquatic system. Soil and food web. See here diagram. There is a sun here. Here the plants trap the energy. Here the organic matter. Here the mycorrhiza and fungi. Here the nematodes. Here the arthropods. Here the nematodes, the bacteria, the protozoa. Here the earthworms. Here the arthropods, nematodes, birds. Here the earthworms. Here the animals. This is the different food webs. This is the sun and the different food chains making with food web, making a food web. Then about the aquatic food web. See here some of the food webs which are the related with water. Here also the sun is there. Here the photosynthesis is going on like this in aquatic plants. And here the sedimentation of the soil is going on. Here the sea ice like this are going on like this. So this is about the aquatic food web. Then food web in forests is going on like this. What about the food web in forests? See here some of the food webs. First of all, we see that the sun and different food web and aquatic food web and food web in forest. Here see that is the green forest, green plants are producers. The mouse, rabbit, goat, and the jackal, wildcat, owl, lion, eagle is there like this. These arrow marks represent the different food chains like this. These arrow marks represent the different food chains, different arrow mark, different food chains like this. One of the different. So like that here one more food web is there, grassland food web. Here the grass is there. So grass is like this. Mouse to eagle, or grass is to grasshopper to eagle, or lizard to eagle, and grass is to rabbit, rabbit to eagle, or grass is to rat to snake to eagle like this. Different food chains are interconnected in the grassland ecosystem, or in forest ecosystem, in aquatic food web, and the soil and different food webs is like this. Food web in terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. See one more diagram about this. Here you see this in the terrestrial and aquatic one, different food webs. See here the arrow marks are where different combinations of food webs are going on like this. These are the first producers, primary, consumer carnivores, secondary carnivores, herbivores, that means secondary consumers, tertiary consumers and quaternary consumers. Primary consumers are otherwise called as the herbivores. Here they are the primary consumers. Okay, here like this in the ecosystem. So now the significance of food web. We have to come across already about the different types of food webs in relation with in connection with that different food chains. Now the significance of food web. Food webs distinguish levels of producers and consumers by identifying and defining the importance of animals or relationships and food source, beginning with primary producers such as plants, insects, herbivores. Food webs are important tools in understanding that plants are the foundation of all ecosystems and food chains sustaining life by providing nourishment and oxygen needed for survival and reproduction. The food web provide stability to the ecosystem. So stability is due to the food web only. Okay. So what is food web? Different food chains interconnected is called food web. This is about the significance of food web. Now the ecological pyramids. We have to know about the ecological pyramids. What is the first of all see? What are ecological pyramids? Ecological pyramids are graphical representation of a trophic structure ecosystem. Trophic levels are the feeding positions in a food chain such as primary producers, herbivores, primary carnivores. See the diagram here. These are the producers, these are the herbivores or primary consumers, and these are the primary carnivores or secondary consumers, these are the secondary carnivores and tertiary consumers. Is the what are ecological pyramids? Means here is some of the structures. Types of ecological pyramids. Three types of ecological pyramids can usually be distinguished, namely pyramid of numbers, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of productivity. So first of all, we have to take it is the graphic representation of number of individuals per unit area of various trophic levels. Large number of producers tend to form the base. Lower number of top carnivores occupy the tip. Here the in pyramid of numbers, producers are large in number. They are at the base of the pyramid, and carnivores, top carnivores are very less in number. They are occupy the at the top position at the tip of the pyramid. That is going on. A graphical representation is called the pyramid of numbers. See the pyramid of numbers here. So plants they are more in number. It is the basal part of the pyramid. You see, like this is the pyramid. Here the base is the plants with occupy with the producers. Second one is the mice. Here the primary consumers, and third one is the snakes, secondary consumers, and fourth one is the tertiary consumers. Hawk is there, and pyramid of numbers of some of the different one. Student, here that producers are is like this: herbivores and parasites and hyper parasites. It is the inverted one. It is the inverted one. Now it is also inverted one: producers, herbivores and carnivores. Okay, like this going on. It is the spindle shaped one. This is the spindle shaped one. These are the pyramid of numbers. Evaluating pyramid of numbers. advantages and disadvantages. Simple method of giving an overview. Number of specific species may be too great to measure accurately. Here that advantage good for comparing changes to the ecosystem at different times. A disadvantage is that does not take into account juveniles or immature forms. All organisms are included regardless of size. Here, these are the different advantages and disadvantages of evaluating in pyramid of numbers. Next one is pyramid of biomass. It is the graphical representation of biomass present per unit area at different trophic levels with producers at the base and carnivores at the top. Here also the at the base producers are present, at the topmost carnivores are present. Biomass is calculated as mass of each individual into number of individual at trophic levels. Biomass of the trophic level is calculated by the mass of each individual into number of individuals at trophic levels. See the upright pyramid of biomass in terrestrial ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem, this is the 100 kgs is going on pyramid of biomass. 1000 kgs is going on. Here the 100 kgs is going on. Producers are 1000 kgs and the herbivores are 100 kgs. Primary carnivores are 10 kgs. Top carnivore is 1 kg. See the difference between the biomass in nature. By that we can identify that producers are very large in number and gradually it decreased herbivores and primary carnivores and at the topmost primary top carnivores also very less. See here inverted pyramid of aquatic ecosystem. See here the producers, herbivores, carnivores is like that. It is 4 gram per meter square, 8 gram per meter square, it is 12 gram per meter square. Evaluating pyramid of biomass. Here the advantages overcomes the problems of pyramids of number. Disadvantage only uses samples per population, so difficult to measure biomass exactly. Time of year influences result is the disadvantage. Organisms of same size do not necessarily have the same energy content. It is a disadvantage. So like this evaluating pyramid of biomass. Then pyramid of productivity. Pyramid of productivity is a graphical representation of the flow of energy through each trophic level of a food chain over a fixed time period. Is the definition. The input of solar energy may be indicated by adding an extra to the base. So this is about the pyramid of productivity. See here some of the diagrams of productivity. Here the primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers. So like that pyramid of productivity is going on. So evaluating pyramid of productivity, here the advantages and disadvantages. What about the advantages? No inverted pyramids are obtained. Here that pyramid of productivity having no inverted pyramids. Whereas in the pyramid of number and the pyramid of biomass there are inverted ones. Something inverted pyramids are there. Here that advantage, one more advantage shows actual energy transfer. One more advantage is can be compared different ecosystems based on relative energy transfer. So what are the disadvantages? It is difficult and cumbersome to collect energy data. problem occurs in assigning a species to a specific trophic level. These are the disadvantages. See some of the disturbances in ecosystem. What are those? Bioaccumulation. When plants, animals take up a chemical from the environment and do not excrete it, the chemical builds up in the organism over time to a potentially lethal level. Biomagnification refers to the sequence of process that results in higher concentrations of the chemical in organisms at higher levels in the food chain. The concentration of a chemical may not affect to lower levels of the food chain, but the top levels take in so much it can cause diseases or death also. Extinction of species. Due to decrease in population of various species, the balance of various trophic level is distributed. As a result, some levels have more accumulation of species while others have less population. Okay, this is about the food chain, food web, and ecological pyramids. Thank you one and all.